Good evening, baseball fans. You are here with Ken on Yankees The Ugly Truth, and we will be calling Game 6 of the World Series. Los Angeles Dodgers facing the Toronto Blue Jays at Rogers Center in Toronto, Canada. I want to thank everybody for taking time to be here this evening. I want to wish everyone a happy Halloween. And for those of you that are out, and about with the trick-or-treaters, please be safe. And let's see, Michael, don't know how many people we will get here tonight. Not sure. Why do you think the numbers are going to be low, Mike? And I will start off with going over tonight's lineup, starting with the Dodgers. Shohei Ohtani will be leading off, being the DH, hitting .250 in the series. Will Smith will be behind the dish, hitting out of the 2-hole, hitting .265. Freddie Freeman will be at first, hitting out of the 3-hole, hitting .237. Mookie Betts will be cleaning up, playing shortstop, hitting .234. Teoscar Hernandez will be in right field, hitting out of the 5-hole, hitting .286. Max Muncy will be in the 6-hole, playing third base, hitting .188. PK Hernandez will be in left field, hitting out of the 7-hole, hitting .273. Tommy Edman will be in center field this evening, hitting .232. And Miguel Rojas will be at third base, bringing up the rear, hitting .300. And on the bump for the Dodgers will be Yamamoto. And for the Blue Jays, their lineup is going to have George Springer back in the lineup, leading off DHing, hitting .246. Nathan Lucas will be in left field, hitting out of the 2-hole, hitting .309. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. will be in the 3-hole, playing first base, hitting .415. Bo Bichette will be at second base, hitting in the cleanup spot, hitting .313. Dalton Varsho will be in the 6-hole, playing center field, hitting .258. Alejandro Kirk will be in the 6-hole behind the dish, hitting .254. Addison Barger will be in right field, hitting out of the 7-hole, hitting .346. Ernie Clement will be at third base, hitting in the 8-hole, hitting .391. And bringing up the rear is going to be Andres Jimenez, playing shortstop, hitting .228. And on the bump for the Blue Jays is going to be Kevin Gausman. And I want to give a shout out to Jonathan, Michael, and Jacob. My grandson is doing just fine. He is out doing the trick-or-treat thing. He's probably got about 5 minutes before he has to return home because 8 p.m. Eastern Standard is the cutoff time here in Virginia Beach. For those of you who have not, please hit the like button, share the channel out, and if you're not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing to One and the Same. We are at 452 subscribers, and our next milestone is 475. So anything that you can do to help us attain our goal would be most appreciated. We are a couple of minutes before game time. If you haven't, head on over to the NY or the Yankees The Ugly Truth poll and drop your vote for who you think is going to win tonight's game. Not sure how many people have gone there. And the young lad, Wyatt, is gone trick or treating today as a fire engine with a firefighter outfit. He was a little conflicted. He wanted to wear his FDNY hat, but his outfit came with a fire cap. So there was a big debate on whether he could wear both, and obviously the fire helmet wouldn't fit with the ball cap underneath, so he chose to wear the fire helmet. How are we all doing tonight? Do we think that Yamamoto is going to shove tonight and force a game 7 in this World Series? Drop a comment. Let's see what you think. The Dodgers are going to have to get as much length out of Yamamoto tonight for them to have a chance. The bullpen in the Dodgers has been a spot where they have been taken advantage of. And when we were doing the pre-series review, that was definitely one of the things that we talked about. All right, Michael. I'm very surprised to see George Springer in the lineup tonight, but apparently he is good to go. So hence he is leading off tonight. And they have not taken the field yet. They've played the national anthems. Those of you that are watching in the shadows, if you could, please hit the like button, share the channel out, and if you're not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing. Is today going to be the last play-by-play that we call for the 2025 season? Suppose we're going to find out very shortly. So what are we planning on doing in the off season, chat? You fall into an alternative sport? Are you guys going to continue to track baseball moves? Me personally, I plan on plan on continuing with the baseball. We'll have some live streams, may drop some videos, uh, post some questions out there for folks to contemplate, answer, and keep the conversation going. I am up in the air right now. I thought about calling some football. Hey, Slim. Well, Slim, that's sort of along the lines that I predicted in the pre-series review. I thought that it was going to go to a game 7, and the Blue Jays are very good at home, and I figured that they weren't going to lose 2 in a row in follow up with a game 7. Interested to see who the hell comes out for game 7. This asshat is here already. Congratulations. You are the first banned victim of the night. And you're also the first reported victim. So well, the one thing that I brought up in the, or actually the two things that I brought up in the pre-series review or pre-World Series review was Blue Jays' ability to foul pitches off and not strike out, raising the pitch count, and the weakness of the Dodger bullpen. Uh, if the Blue Jays can get to the Dodgers bullpen early enough, it could be a very bad night. But with regard to Yamamoto, I don't think that the Blue Jays have figured him out yet. So, yeah, trolls do suck, and they seem to be here a lot during the postseason. I didn't have this issue during the regular season. However, we will deal with them as appropriate. And for those of you who have hopped on, if you haven't, please hit the like button, share the channel out, and if you're not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing to One and the Same. And it looks like the Happy Halloween, Nancy. It is part of the game, Michael. And it looks like the Blue Jays have taken the field, and Gausman is taking the last of his warm-up pitches. So we're about to get it underway. Only 2? Wow, that was pretty light. It's not raining there or anything, is it? Did you get a bunch of candy that mom will eat? Wow. And Otani steps into the box. Gausman sets. And the pitch is on the way. And it is a splitter swung on and missed. Count is 0-1. Gausman sets. And he fires. And the next pitch is a splitter swung on. Count is 0-2 to Otani. Otani takes time out. And Gausman sets, fires, and the splitter is off the plate. Count is 1-2. Gausman sets and fires, and the splitter is in the dirt. Count is now evened at deuce. And the pitch is on the way, and it is fouled off. Count remains deuce. And Gausman sets, fires, and the splitter is swung on and missed for strike 3. And that is the first out of the game for the Los Angeles Dodgers. So World Series Game 5 is underway. Coming up to bat is Will Smith. Good. Gausman sets, fires, and the ball is chopped to third base. Clement watches it bounce foul. So the count is 0-1. And Smith steps back into the box. Gausman is ready. He sets and he fires, and the pitch is a slider down in the dirt, bounces all the way to the backstop. Count is even at 1-1. Hey, Sean, welcome to the stream, brother. You at work tonight, or are you hanging out at home? Gausman sets, fires, and the splitter is swung on and missed. Count is 1-2. And Gausman sets, fires, and the splitter is in the dirt. Count is deuce. And the pitch is on the way, and this is fouled sharply down the left field line. Count is going to remain deuce. And asshat banned once again. Number 2 of the night. And the pitch is on the way, and the splitter is swung on and missed. And that is the second out in the first inning. Coming up to bat is Freddie Freeman. Now, we will call baseball as if there was 500 people here. And the pitch is on the way, and the fastball is inside. Count is 1-0. And the next pitch is on the way, and it is fouled off. Count is 1-1. Gausman sets, fires, and the splitter is swung on and missed. The count is 1-2 on Freeman. Gausman sets, fires, and the splitter is swung on and missed for strike 3. And the Blue Jays are heading in to the dugout. Gausman strikes out the side. Coming up to bat for the Blue Jays in the bottom of the first is George Springer, Nathan Lucas, and Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Yes, he was, Michael. I mean, part of me doing this stuff on the channel is I enjoy calling play-by-plays. I think I'm okay at it. People seem to like it. If they subscribe, that's great. If they like it, that's great. I'm amazed at how many people don't like it, but I'm going to still continue to call games. I like talking baseball. I like football too. College more so than professionals, but I do follow the Chiefs. For those of you who have hopped in the stream, if you could, please hit the like button, share the channel out, and if you're not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing to One and the Same. Winter Olympics, yeah. Chiefs versus the Bills. Yeah, that's going to be a good game. And it will actually be, there will be no baseball that night or that afternoon because it's a 4:25 game, I think. And Springer is walking up to the plate. What time do you have to go in for shift, Sean? And Yamamoto sets. First pitch is on the way, and the splitter is in there for call. Strike 1. Yamamoto sets, and the pitch is on the way. Springer swings and misses. Second splitter, and it is 0-2. And the pitch is on the way. So the pitch is up and out of the strike zone. Count is 1-2. So you're at work now. Yamamoto sets, fires, and Springer just manages to tip the ball foul. Count is 1-2. Yamamoto sets, fires, and the splitter is inside. Hey, AD. I think that Yamamoto is going to shove tonight. I think that the Dodgers are going to lock this one down and force a game 7. Yamamoto sets and fires, and this one is foul down the third base line. Count is going to remain deuce. And the pitch is on the way. It is grounded to Betts. Betts fires across the diamond to Freeman to record the first out of the inning for the Blue Jays. Coming up to bat is Nathan Lucas. And Yamamoto sets, fires, and the first pitch is a fastball that Tate has eclipsed the top of the strike zone. Count is 0-1. Yamamoto sets, fires, and the ball is chopped past Muncy, gets under his glove, and that is going to be the first hit of the game. They might rule this one an error. Yeah, they're probably going to. It didn't touch his glove, so I'm not sure if they're going to call it an error or not. And up to bat is Vladimir Guerrero Jr. And Yamamoto sets, fires, and the cutter catches the outside corner for call. Strike one. Count is 0-1. And Yamamoto sets and fires, and the splitter is inside. Count is evened at 1-up. Yamamoto sets. Pitch is on the way, and this is grounded to Muncy. Muncy fires it to Rojas, who relays it to Freeman for a 6-4-3 double play. And that is going to do it for the Blue Jays in the bottom of the first. And we once again have another damn clown in the stream. Troll number 3 of the night. And the first pitch is on the way, and it is fouled off by Betts. Count is 0-1. And Gausman sets. Pitch is on the way, and it is swung on and missed. And the pitch is on the way, and it is fouled off. Count remains 0-2 to Betts. And the pitch is on the way, and it is up out of the strike zone. Count is 1-2. Gausman sets, fires, and the pitch is fouled off. Count remains 1-2. Gausman sets, fires, and the pitch is chopped to Clement. Clement sets and fires to Guerrero to record the first out of the inning. Gausman sets and fires, and the first pitch to Hernandez is swung on and missed. Count is 0-1. Gausman sets and fires, and the pitch is fouled off. Count is 0-2 on Hernandez. Yeah, my wife said the trick or treating was very light here. We had like 20 kids total. And Gausman sets. Pitch is on the way, and Hernandez swings and misses on the splitter. That is the second out of the inning, and coming up to bat is Max Muncy. All right, Sean, welcome back, brother. And the first pitch is right down the heart of Broadway for call, strike one. Count is 0-1 on Muncy. And Gausman sets, fires, and the splitter is down low. Count is evened at 1-up. And the pitch is on the way, and the splitter is swung on and missed. Count is 1-2. And the Blue Jay fans are up, waving their terrible towels. Gausman sets, fires, and the splitter bounces in front of the plate. Count is evened at 2-2. Gausman sets, and the fastball is fouled straight back. Count is going to remain 2-2. And Gausman sets, fires, and the splitter is down low, so the count is now full. 3-2. And the pitch is on the way, and the splitter is swung on and missed for strike three. And that is Gausman's fifth strikeout of the night. Coming up to bat for the Blue Jays in the bottom of the second is Bo Bichette, Dalton Varsho, and Alejandro Kirk. And once again, another freaking asshat troll is on the way. Banned, booted, and reported. Congratulations. You're an idiot. All right. For those of you who have hopped into our stream, if you could, please hit the like button, share the channel out. And if you're not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing. Your support is most appreciated. Yep, he looks like he is on point tonight. Definitely looks like this one is going to be a pitcher's duel tonight. So the question is, who's going to blink first? Dodgers or Blue Jays? Lou, weren't you one of the guys that said that we were going to see a sweep? And let's see, Jake. So, what has gone wrong for the Dodgers if you thought 4 or 5? And Yamamoto sets. First pitch is on the way, and it is a fastball right down the heart of Broadway for call. Strike one on Bichette. Count is 0-1. And Yamamoto sets and fires. The fastball is down low. Count is 1-1. Yamamoto sets and fires a cutter right down the heart of Broadway for strike two. Count is 1-2 on Bichette. And I bet you see a slider or a splitter coming. And the pitch is on the way, and that is a slider for strike three. Bichette is down swinging, and looks like that one was a slider. And Varsho is up to bat. Yamamoto sets and fires, and the curveball is low and inside. Count is 1-0. And Yamamoto sets, fires, and the pitch is swung on and missed. Count is 1-1. And the next pitch is down in the strike zone. Count is 2-1. Well, Lou, where do you think they're going shopping? Who are they going after, do you think? And the pitch is on the way, and Varsho fouls it off. Count is going to go deuce, deuce. He's either going to a curveball or a splitter this time. Yamamoto sets and fires, and the pitch is flied to Betts at shortstop. And that is going to be the second out of the inning. Coming up to bat is Alejandro Kirk. Let's see. And the first pitch is a curveball in there for call. Strike one. And Yamamoto sets. And the pitch is a splitter inside. Count is 1-1. And the next pitch is on the way, and it is a fastball outside. Count is 2-1. And Yamamoto sets, fires, and the cutter is off the plate. Count is now 3-1. And the pitch is on the way, and it is painted on the inside corner for call, strike 2. Count is full at 3-2. And Yamamoto sets, fires, and this ball is guide to right center field, and it looks like Edman is closing on the ball and is going to make the play for the third out of the inning, and that is going to do it for the Blue Jays in the bottom of the second. Coming up in the top of the third is Enrique Hernandez, Tommy Edman, and Miguel Rojas. Let's see. See what we have in the chat. And for those of you that are here, if you could, please hit the like button, share the channel out. And if you're not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing. Okay. The Dodgers will go shopping this offseason. That's guaranteed. What positions do you think they're going to look at? Me personally, I think that they are going to walk from Max Muncy. He's getting older, and I think that they will sign Murakami, come in as his replacement at third base. They could opt to go after a center fielder, possibly Cody Bellinger or Kyle Tucker. If you look at the actual Dodgers salary without deferments, their payroll is about $450 million. So they are way over the Cohen threshold, but because they have so much money deferred, they're at like 325 maybe. You haven't heard of the guys on the Jays lineup? Really? Okay. Hey, John the Beagle Dad, welcome to the stream. For those of you who have hopped in, if you could, please hit the like button, share the channel out. And if you're not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing. And with regard to the Dodgers spending, they are banked by a $440 billion hedge fund, and the Yankees are backed by a $2 billion organization. So the Yankees cannot go head to head with the Dodgers in a spending warfare. Okamoto would be a good acquisition, Sean, for the Yankees. And Gausman sets. KK Hernandez is up to bat. And the pitch is a slider down low. Count is 1-0. Why, yes, they are, Michael. And the pitch is on the way, and the splitter is in there for call. Strike 1. Count is 1-1. Gausman sets, fires, and the pitch is swung on and missed. Count is down 1-2. Gausman sets, fires, and the pitch is down in the dirt. Count is evened at 2-2. And Gausman sets. And the pitch is a slider that catches the outside corner for call. Strike three. And Hernandez is set down for the sixth strikeout for Gausman. Coming up to bat is Tommy Edman. And the first pitch to Edman is lined over the head of Guerrero into right field. It's looking like this one is going to get into the corner. And Edman is heading to second, is going to have a stand-up double. And that is the Dodgers' first hit of the night. And Gausman sets. And the first pitch is on the way, and it is a slider that is swung on for strike one. Count is 0-1. Rojas is the batter, 9-hole hitter. Gausman sets and fires, and the splitter is down low. Count evens at 1-1. And the pitch is on the way, and this one is fouled off. Count is 1-2. And Gausman sets, checks on the runner at second, and he fires, and the pitch is down low. Count is evened at 2-2. Am I muted? Can you hear me now? Have I been muted for long? Well, Freeman was walked. Now the bases are loaded. Mookie Betts is up to bat. And Gausman sets and he fires. And the first pitch is a slider off the plate. Count is 1-0. So you haven't heard any of my calls this inning? Gausman sets, fires, and the splitter is in there for call. Strike one. Count is 1-1. And the next pitch is on the way, and it is swung on and missed. Count is 1-2. Gausman sets and fires, and the fastball is fouled off. Well, I am sorry about that. And Gausman sets, fires, and the pitch is lined into left field. Ohtani is scoring, and the Smith is in to score. So they are going to have a 2-run single by Betts that takes the Dodgers up to a 3-0 lead on the Blue Jays. Gausman sets and fires, and the pitch is tapped foul. Count is 0-1. And Gausman sets, fires, and the pitch is swung on and missed. Count is 0-2. Gausman sets and fires, and the pitch is swung on and missed for strike three. And that is going to do it for the Dodgers, but not before they put a 3 spot up in the top of the third. Coming up to bat in the bottom of the third is Addison Barger, Ernie Clement, and Andres Jimenez. Well, looks like the Blue Jays were the first ones to blink tonight, and the Dodgers have taken advantage of that. For those of you who have hopped into our stream, if you could, please hit the like button, share the channel out, and if you're not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing to One and the Same. So how are we feeling about the game? Come on, chat. Anything you want to talk about? Yankee baseball? Football? I'm not versed in basketball anymore. Hey, batter, bump, hum, batter, swing, batter. So how are we feeling about the game? Certainly don't think it's going to end 3-0. What do you know? For those of who have hopped in the stream, if you could, please hit the like button, share the channel out. And if you're not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing to One and the Same. Your support is most appreciated. I want to thank everyone for spending time in our stream during this your busy Friday night, and a happy Halloween to everyone that is here. And Yamamoto sets, and the first pitch is a splitter. This down low. Count is 0-1 on, or 1-0 on Barger. And the next pitch is on the way, and it is a fastball that paints the inside corner. Count is 1-1. Yamamoto sets and fires, and the cutter is in there for call. Strike one. Count is 1-2. Yamamoto sets and fires, and this one is foul down the first base line. Count is going to remain 1-2. So, what are the games that you're looking for, Sean? Forward two. Yamamoto sets, fires, and the ball is lined down the left field line. And Barger is heading to second. Hernandez misplays the ball, but I don't think that it was going to make any difference. It is a leadoff double for Bam Bam Barger. Coming up to bat is Ernie Clement. Yamamoto sets and fires, and the slider is in there for call. Strike one, inside corner. Count is 0-1. Yamamoto sets, fires, and the curveball is chop foul. Count is 0-2. Chiefs and the Bills is going to be a good one. Rams and the Seahawks should be another interesting one. And the pitch is on the way, and Clement swings and misses for strike three. Well, do you have the NFL Red Zone, Sean? Coming up to bat is Jimenez, and the first pitch is a curveball up high. Count is 1-0. Next pitch is on the way, and it is down in the dirt. Count is 2-0. Yamamoto sets and fires. The splitter is swung on and missed. Count is 2-1. Yamamoto sets, fires, and the fastball is up and out of the strike zone. Count is now 3-1 on Jimenez. Yamamoto sets, fires, and the pitch is swung on and missed. Count is now full, 3-2. Yamamoto sets, fires, and the pitch is lined at Rojas. He feels it and fires to first base to report Jimenez. Barger is going to advance to third, so the Blue Jays have a runner at third with 2 outs. George Springer coming up to bat. That was a nice pick by Rojas. And the pitch is on the way, and it is a splitter inside. Count is 1-0. Yamamoto sets, fires, and the pitch is in the dirt. Count is 2-0. Yamamoto sets and fires, and the curveball is in the dirt. He checks his swing, and it is now 3-0. And Yamamoto sets. Pitch is on the way, and this is lined into right center field. And that is going to be a RBI single for George Springer Jr., and it puts the Blue Jays on the board 3-1. So the Blue Jays are able to answer back. And the first pitch to Lucas is fouled off. Count is 0-1. And the pitch is on the way, and it is a towering fly ball to left field. Hernandez is tracking it and is going to make the play on the warning track for the third out of the inning, but not before the Blue Jays get on the board Score is now 3-1 Dodgers in the heading to the top of the fourth. Coming up to bat for the Dodgers is Max Muncy, Kike Hernandez, and Tommy Edman. For those of you who have hopped into our stream, if you could please hit the like button, share the channel out, and if you're not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing to One and the Same. Well, let's see how Gausman does coming back after giving up 3 runs last inning. Those of you who have hopped in the stream, if you could please hit the like button, share the channel out, and if you're not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing. Thank you for taking time to listen to a little bit of baseball on your busy Halloween Friday night. Your support is most appreciated. And for those of you that are subscribed, make sure that your notifications are hit so that you know every time that we are live. And that'll happen definitely within the off season. Plan on still holding open panels. And Gausman sets, and the first pitch is swung on and missed. Count is 0-1 on Muncy. And the pitch is grounded to Clement. Clement fires to Guerrero Jr. to record the first out of the inning. Gausman sets, fires, and the ball is skied to Bichette. He is tracking it and is going to make the play on the right field grass to record the second out of the inning. That is 2 outs on 3 pitches. Tommy Edman is coming up to bat. And the first pitch is a splitter in there for call. Strike 1. Count is 0-1. And the pitch is on the way, and it is another splitter. This time it is just off the plate. Count is 1-1 on Edmund. There are 2 outs with nobody on. And the next pitch is on the way. The fastball is swung on and missed. Count is 1-2. And Gausman sets, fires, and the splitter is down low. Count is evened at 2-2. And the 2-2 is on the way. It is swung on and fouled off. Count is going to remain 2-2. Hey, Joe, welcome to the stream. And the pitch is on the way. And this is a towering pop up. And Clement is tracking it, is going to make the play on the infield dirt. And that is going to do it for the Dodgers in the top of the 4th. Coming up to bat is Vladimir Guerrero Jr., Bo Bichette, and Dalton Varsho. Those of you who have hopped in the stream, if you could, please hit the like button, share the channel out. And if you're not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing to One and the Same. Your support is most appreciated. I want to thank everybody for hopping on and listening to a little bit of baseball. On this busy Halloween Friday night, your support is most appreciated. Well, I think that the impending lockout / player strike is going to have an effect with this offseason. I don't think so much so for the long-term contracts that are going to be out there, like a Cody Bellinger, Kyle Tucker, Framber Valdez, and Yamamoto sets. And the first pitch is a cutter that catches the outside corner for call. Strike 1. Count is 0-1. And Yamamoto sets, fires, and the fastball is up and in. Count is 1-1. And the next pitch is a splitter, swung on and missed. Count is 1-2 on Vladdy. Yamamoto sets and fires, and he paints the bottom of the strike zone with a splitter at the knees. The call, strike 3, and that is going to do it for Guerrero. And the first pitch is swung on and missed. Count is 0-1. Bichette is 0 for 1 on the night with a strikeout. And the next pitch is on the way, and it is a fastball off the plate. Count is evened at 1-1. And the next pitch is lined into left field. Hernandez circles the ball and makes the play, gets it into the infield quickly. So Bichette is going to have a 1-out single. And the first pitch to Varsho is fouled on the first base line. Count is 0-1. Varsho is 0 for 1 on the night with a pop out. Yamamoto sets, fires, and the splitter is down low. Count is 1-1. And the next pitch is on the way, and Varsho swings and misses. Count is 1-2. And Yamamoto sets. Pitch is on the way, and this is chopped to Rojas, who flips it to Betts and fires it back to Freeman. So that is a 4-6-3 double play. And that is going to do it for the Blue Jays in the bottom of the fourth. Coming up to bat in the top of the fifth is going to be Miguel Rojas, Shohei Ohtani, and Will Smith. So, yo, what do you know? And for NBA scores, the Hawks are leading the Pacers with 2 minutes left in the fourth quarter, 118-99. In the fourth quarter, with 1 minute left, the Celtics lead the 76ers 108-103. In the third quarter, the Cavaliers lead the Raptors 77-76. In the third quarter, with 11 minutes left to go, the Bulls are hammering the Knicks 72-56. Later on the slate tonight is going to be the Lakers and the Grizzlies, the Nuggets and the Trailblazers, the Jazz and the Suns, and the Pelicans versus the Clippers. And Gausman sets and fires, and the first pitch is up and out of the strike zone for call, strike or ball one. Count is 1-0. And Gausman sets and fires, and the pitch is going to paint the bottom portion of the plate for call, strike one. Count is 1-1. Gausman sets and fires, and the pitch is skied to right field. Barger is tracking it and is going to make the play in mid-range right field for the first out. Coming up to bat is Shohei Ohtani. 0 for 1 on the night with a strikeout and an intentional base on balls. Gausman sets and fires, and the fastball is right down the heart of Broadway for call, strike one. Gausman sets and fires, and the splitter, I don't know, it looked like he caught the bottom of the strike zone, but it is called ball one. Count is evened at 1-1. Gausman sets and fires, and the splitter is in there for call, strike two. Count is 1-2. Ohtani steps out of the box and grabs some dirt. He is back in and ready to get it on. Gausman sets. Pitch is on the way, and it is a cutter just off the plate. Count is now evened at deuce. And the pitch is skied down the left field line. And this is going to make it into the stands. Count is going to remain deuce. And the next pitch is on the way, and the splitter is down in the dirt. Gausman sets and fires, and the pitch is fouled. Gausman sets and fires, and this one is fouled off again. Count is going to remain 3-2. As we head to the eighth pitch of the at bat, or ninth pitch of the at bat. Gausman sets and fires, and this one is hammered to Guerrero. He takes it himself, and that is going to be the second out of the inning. Coming up to bat is Will Smith. Smith is 1 for 2 on the night with a double to put the Dodgers on the board. And the first pitch is on the way, and it is a fastball off the plate. Count is 1-0. Gausman sets, and he fires, and the pitch is a splitter down low. Count is 2-0. And the pitch is on the way, and it is lined into left center field. Lucas is tracking it and is going to make the play on the run for the third out of the inning. And that will do it for the Dodgers in the top of the fifth. Coming up in the bottom of the fifth is going to be Alejandro Kirk, Addison Barger, and Cody Clement. For those of you who have hopped into our stream, if you could, please hit the like button, share the channel out, and if you're not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing to One and the Same. So Sean, how is Casper playing Jedi mind tricks on you? And Yamamoto sets. And the pitch is in there for strike one. Count is 0-1. And Yamamoto sets and fires, and the fastball is inside for ball one. Count is evened at 1-1. Next pitch is on the way, and Kirk fouls it down the third base line. Count is 1-2. And the pitch is fouled off. Count is going to remain 1-2. For those of you that have hopped in the stream, if you could please hit the like button, share the channel out. And if you're not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing to One and the Same. And Yamamoto sets. Pitch is on the way, and it is a curveball off the plate. Count is evened at 2-2. Yamamoto sets and fires, and Kirk fouls this one down the first base line. Going to make it in the stands. Count is going to remain 2-2. Yamamoto sets, and this pitch is fouled off once again. Count remains 2-2 as we head to the eighth pitch of the at bat. Yamamoto is at 65 pitches tonight. Yamamoto sets and fires, and the pitch is chopped foul. Count is going to remain 2-2 as we head to pitch number 9. Yamamoto sets and fires, and the pitch is swung on at this for strike 3. And that is 1 out in the 5th inning. Well, I understand that, Sean. There are plenty more people in the stream, brother. And the first pitch is outside for ball 1. Addison Barger is 1 for 1 on the night. Hit a double and scored the only run for the Blue Jays on the evening. Yamamoto sets and he fires, and the fastball is off the plate. Count is 2-0. Yamamoto sets and he fires, and the fastball catches the outside portion of the plate. Count is 2-1. Yamamoto sets and fires, and his curveball is off the plate. Count is 3-1. Yamamoto sets and fires, and he paints the outside portion of the plate for call. Strike 2. Strike 2. Count is now full, 3-2. And the next pitch paints the bottom of the strike zone for call. Strike 3. Yeah, this asshole is here for the 5th time. And the fastball is grounded up the middle. And Mookie is not going to be able to make the play. And that is a single. And the pitch is on the way, and it is fly to center field. Edmonds is backing up, and he is going to make the play just short of the track. For those of you that are in the stream, if you could, please hit the likes, share the channel out, and if you're not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing to One and the Same. Coming up to the bat for the Dodgers in the top six is going to be Freddie Freeman, Mookie Betts, and Teoscar Hernandez. And Gausman sets. And the first pitch is in there for call. Strike one. Count is 0-1 on Freeman. Gausman sets. And the pitch is slapped into shallow center field. Jimenez is backing up, and he is going to make the play for the first out. And the first pitch from Gausman is a fastball in there for call. Strike one. Count is 0-1. Gausman sets, and the slider is down low. Count is 1-1. And the pitch is chop foul. Count is 1-2. And the pitch is grounded up the middle. Bichette fills it and fires to Guerrero Jr. to record the second out of the inning. Coming up to bat is Teoscar Hernandez. And the pitch is on the way, and the splitter catches the inside corner. And that is call, strike one. And Gausman sets and fires, and the splitter is in the dirt. Count is 1-1. And Gausman sets and fires, and the fastball is swung on and missed. Count is 1-2. You want to see a splitter below the strike zone? And the count or the pitch is on the way, and the slider is in the dirt. Count is evened at 2-2. Gausman sets and fires, and the ball is grounded to Jimenez. Feels it and fires it to Guerrero Jr. to record the third out of the inning. And that is going to do it for the Dodgers in the top of the sixth. Gausman was at 92 pitches. Coming up to bat in the bottom of the sixth is going to be George Springer, Nathan Lucas, and Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Yeah. John, fans do what they want to do. I just try to put out the most accurate, fact based information that I have and let the chips fly from there. And around the NBA, the Hawks have defeated the Pacers 128-108. The Celtics have beaten the 76ers 109-108. With 2:53 left in the fourth quarter, the Raptors lead the Cavaliers 98-94. With 3:01 left in the third quarter. The Bulls lead the Knicks 91-80. Just starting out in the first quarter, the Grizzlies are leading the Lakers 15-13. And those are your active games on the scoreboard thus far. And I will let you know further updates. Sean, what Jason? And the first pitch is on the way. It is bounced to Betts, and he fires to Freeman to record the first out of the inning. One pitch, one out. And there is a fan on the field, so that idiot is going to get booted from this World Series game. And Nathan Lucas is coming up to bat. And Yamamoto is throwing a couple of warm-up pitches. And Yamamoto sets. Pitch is on the way. The curveball is down low for ball one. Lucas is 0 for 2 on the night thus far. Yamamoto sets and fires, and the curveball is in there for call. Strike one. Count is 1-1. Yamamoto sets and fires, and the fastball is down low. Count is 2-1. And the four-seamer paints the outside corner, and it is swung on and missed. Count is evened at 2-2. Yamamoto sets and he fires. The splitter is down low. Count is now full, 3-2. And Yamamoto sets, fires, and the ball is skied to center field. Tommy Edman is tracking it and is going to make the play for the second out of the inning. Coming up to bat is Vlad Guerrero Jr. And Yamamoto sets, and the pitch is going to catch the inside corner for call. Strike one. Count is 0-1. Guerrero is 0 for 2 on the night with a strikeout and a ground into a double play. Next pitch is on the way, and the slider is off the plate. Count is 1-1. And Yamamoto sets, and the pitch is driven into left field, and this is going to bounce into the wall. And Guerrero is routing first, heading to second. And that is going to be a stand-up double for Guerrero. Coming up to bat is Bo Bichette. 1 for 2 on the night with a single and a strikeout. And for those of you hopping in the stream, we're in the bottom of the sixth. The score is 3-1 Dodgers. Blue Jays have a runner in scoring position at second with 2 outs. Bo Bichette is coming up to bat. And Yamamoto sets, fires, and the curveball is in there for call. Strike one. Paints the outside corner. Count is 0-1 on Bichette. Yamamoto sets and fires, and the fastball is up and out of the strike zone. Count is 1-1. And Yamamoto sets and fires, and the fastball is once again up and out of the strike zone. Count is 2-1. And Yamamoto sets, fires, and the pitch is chopped foul. Count is going to even up at deuce. Yamamoto sets and fires, and the fastball is up high. Count is now full, 3-2. Looks like they've got some arms up in the bullpen working for the Dodgers. Yamamoto is at 90 pitches. And the next pitch is on the way, and it is fouled straight back. Count is going to remain 3-2. And Yamamoto turns and disengages. First disengagement on Guerrero. Looks like Varlin is ready for the Blue Jays. Yamamoto sets and he throws the ball up and in, and that is ball 4. So the Blue Jays are going to have runners at first and second with 2 outs. Dalton Varsho coming up to bat. And that is Yamamoto's first walk of the series. And Yamamoto sets, fires, and the splitter is fouled off. Count is 0-1. Yamamoto sets and fires, and the splitter is in the dirt. Count is evened at 1-1. Yamamoto sets and fires, and the ball is chopped foul. Count is 1-2. Yamamoto sets and fires, and the pitch is swung on and missed for strike 3. And that is going to do it for the Blue Jays in the bottom of the 6th. Coming up in the top of the 7th for the Dodgers is Max Muncy, Kike Hernandez, and Tommy Edman. And this asshat is back again. And you are banned. And you are about to be reported. For those of you who have hopped in, if you could, please hit the like button, share the channel out, and if you are not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing. If there is a Game 7 for the World Series, I will be on at 7:55 tomorrow to call the play-by-play for I want to thank everybody who has taken time to hop in the stream. I appreciate y'all's support. Want to wish everybody a happy Halloween. And it looks like Vardalin is coming out to bat or to pitch and relieve Gausman. The first pitch is a curveball down low. Count is 1-0. And Varlin sets and fires. And the next pitch is in there for call, strike 2. And the pitch is skied to Barger. Barger takes 2 steps in to record the out. And that is the first out of the inning. And the first pitch is on the way, and the curveball catches the inside corner for call, strike 1. Count is 0-1. And the next pitch is on the way, and Kike fouls this one down the third base line. Count is 0-2. And Varlin sets and fires, and the pitch is a fastball. Man, I'll tell you what, that one looked like he clipped the top of the strike zone, but it is call, ball 1. Count is 1-2. Varlin sets and fires, and the slider is up and in. Count is deuce. And the next pitch is a curveball just low. Count is now full, 3-2. And the pitch is on the way, and Hernandez fouls it off. Count is going to remain 3-2. And Varlin sets and fires, and he paints the Carter Broadway with a fastball for call, strike 3. And that is going to do it for Kike. The second out of the inning. Coming up to bat is Tommy Edman. 1 for 2 on the night with a double and scored the first run of the game. Varlin sets and he fires, and the pitch is down low. Count is 1-0. And Varlin sets, fires, and the curveball, I don't know, looks like it caught the outside corner, but it is call, ball 2. Count is 2-0 on Edman. Varlin sets and fires, and the pitch is swung on and missed. Count is 2-1. And the next pitch is in there for call, strike two. Count is even at deuce, deuce. Varland sets and fires, and the changeup is off the plate. Count is now full, 3-2. Varland sets, fires, and the pitch is skied to center field. Varsho is drifting and is going to make the play for the third out of the inning. And as we head to the seventh inning stretch, coming up to bat for the Blue Jays in the bottom half of this frame is going to be Alejandro Kirk, Addison Barger, and Ernie Clement. And for those of you that are here, if you haven't, please hit the like button, share the channel out. And if you're not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing to One and the Same. I don't have a good answer for you, Sean. They may be at Halloween parties. It looks like Robowski will be coming in to replace Yamamoto. And the first pitch from Robleski is a fastball up and out of the strike zone. Count is 1-0. And the next pitch to Kirk is going to paint the top of the strike zone. Count is evened at 1-1. Robleski sets and fires. The pitch is fouled off. Count is 1-2 on Kirk. And the pitch is on the way, and Kirk swings and misses for strike three. And that is the first out of the seventh for the Blue Jays. And the first pitch to Barger is a slider in there for call, strike one. Count is 0-1. And the pitch is rolled to Rojas, and he fires to Freeman, and he gets him just in time. And that is the second out of the inning. And coming up to bat is Cody Clement. He is 1 for 2 on the night with a single and a strikeout. And the first pitch is up and out of the strike zone. Count is 1-0. And the ball is hammered into left center field. And that is going to go off the wall. Clement is cruising into second with a stand-up double. And that is a 2-out double. The tying run is coming up to bat. Andres Jimenez is stepping up to the plate. And it looks like Seisaki is getting loose in the bullpen. And the first pitch is on the way, and the pitch is swung on and missed. Count is 0-1 to Jimenez. And the pitch is on the way, and it is slap foul. Count is 0-2. Ed Rabowski sets. Pitch is on the way, and it is fouled off. Count is going to remain 0-2. And the pitch is up and out of the strike zone. Count is 1-2. And the pitch is on the way, and it is fouled off. Count is going to remain 1-2 as we head to the sixth pitch of the at bat. And Rabowski sets and fires, and the slider is off the plate. Count is even at 2-2. Deuce, deuce. Yeah, Rabowski sets. Pitch is on the way, and it is fouled off. Count is going to remain deuce, deuce. And the pitch is on the way, and the pitch is swung on and missed. And that is going to do it for Jimenez. That is going to do it for the Blue Jays in the bottom of the seventh. Coming up to bat in the top of the eighth is going to be Miguel Rojas, Shohei Ohtani, and Will Smith. For those of you that are in the stream, if you haven't, please hit the like button, share the channel out. And if you're not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing to One and the Same. Well, Lou, it looks like they're bringing Sasaki into the game when they head to the bottom of the eighth. I think it's a crapshoot. They're going to go try to roll 2 innings with him. And I guess we're going to see. Blue Jays will have the top of the order coming up in the bottom of the eighth. We are at 16 likes. Goal is 20. And if you have not, please hit the like button, share the channel out. And if you are not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing. Appreciate y'all being here on this Halloween. And the first pitch from Varlin is skied to Barger in right field. And that is a 1 pitch, 1 out at bat. And Snyder is coming up to the mound, and it looks like Fluharty will be coming in to face Ohtani. And the first pitch is a sweeper that is up and in. Count is 1-0. And the pitch is on the way. The sweeper is fouled off. Count is 1-1. Fluharty sets and he fires, and the pitch is swung on and missed. Count is 1-2 on Ohtani. Fluharty sets and fires, and the sweeper is down low. Count is evened at 2-2. And the 2-2 is popped up to center field. Varsho is on the run, and that is going to go off the wall. And Ohtani is in there for a stand-up double. Ohtani hit that one off the end of the bat. It was a golf swing that carried. So the Dodgers have a runner at second with one out, and it looks like they are intentionally walking Will Smith to bring up Freddie Freeman. Freeman is 0 for 2 on the night with a strikeout and a base on balls. And the first pitch is up and in on Freeman. Count is 1-0. Dodgers have a 3-1 lead in the top of the eighth. Have runners at first and second with one out. Fluharty sets and fires, and the pitch is a cutter swung on and missed. Count is evened at 1-1. And Fluharty sets and fires, and this is a sky ball to right field. Barger closes on it, and he makes the play for the second out. Barger fires into the infield to hold Ohtani at second. So the Dodgers are going to have runners at first and second with two outs. Coming up to bat is Mookie Betts. Betts is 1 for 3 on the night with a single and 2 RBIs. Will Betts be able to come through once again for the Dodgers? And it looks like Sir Anthony Dominguez is warming up in the bullpen for the for the Blue Jays. And it looks like they're going to make a pitching change. Cat's awfully quiet. Nothing to say. The top of the ninth or the bottom? For those of you who have hopped in the stream, if you could, please hit the like button, share the channel out, and if you're not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing. And immediately following this game, head over to NY Yankee Mania with Joe for a post-game review. And the pitch is in for call. Strike one on Betts. Count is 0-1. And Dominguez sets and fires, and the fastball is low and away. Count is evened at 1-1. And the 1-1 to Betts is fouled off. Count is 1-2. And the pitch is a sweeper in the dirt. Count is evened at 2-2. Fastball away. And Dominguez sets, fires, and the pitch is a sweeper just off the plate. Betts has checked his swing, and the count is now full, 3-2. And Dominguez sets, fires, and the pitch is up and in for ball 4. So the Dodgers are now going to have the bases juiced. With Teoscar Hernandez coming up to bat. Hernandez is glad that Gausman is out of the game because he has owned him tonight. Hernandez is 0 for 2 on the night with a pair of strikeouts. And Dominguez sets and fires, and the first pitch is swung on and missed. Count is 0-1. Dominguez sets and fires, and the sweeper is in the dirt. Count is 1-1. And Dominguez sets. Pitch is on the way, and it is waved at for call. Strike 2. Count is 1-2. Can Teoscar Hernandez come through and add some insurance runs to the board? Or is Dominguez going to hold fast and end the inning for the Dodgers? Dominguez sets and fires, and the pitch is swung on and missed for strike 3. And the Blue Jays get out of a bases-loaded jam. Coming up in the bottom of the 8th is going to be George Springer, Nathan Lucas, and Vladimir Guerrero Jr. And for those of you who have hopped in the stream, if you could, please hit the like button, share the channel out. And if you're not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing to One and the Same. I want to thank everybody for hopping into the stream and listening to a little bit of play-by-play baseball. I appreciate the support, especially on this busy Friday Halloween night. And it looks like Roki Sasaki will be coming in to replace Rabowski. It is the bottom of the 8th, Sean. And it looks like Andy Pajes will be coming into right field to replace Teoscar Hernandez. Cited Gabe. Just for info purposes, head over to NY Yankee Mania with Joe after the stream for a post-game review. And if there is a Game 7 tomorrow, I will be on at 7:55 to call the play-by-play for the World Series Championship. If you have the opportunity, hop on, say hey, drop a like, and listen to a little bit of baseball. And for those of you that are here, if you haven't, please hit the like button, share the channel out, and if you're not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing. And Sasaki sets, and the first pitch is a splitter. Looks like it is in the strike zone, but it is called ball 1. Sasaki sets, and he fires, and the fastball is up and in, and it puts Springer on his butt. Count is 2-0. And Sasaki sets and fires, and the pitch is check swing strike for count 2-1. That was a 100-mile-an-hour fastball. Sasaki sets, fires, and Springer fouls it off. Count is evened at 2-2. Sasaki sets and fires, and this pitch is chopped past a diving Freeman down the line. And Springer is going to be at first. Pajes gets the ball in quickly. And the tying run is coming up to the bat in the form of Nathan Lucas. He is 0 for 3 on the night. And Sasaki sets. First pitch is a fastball off the plate. Count is 1-0. Sasaki sets. And he fires. And the fastball catches the inside portion of the plate. For call, strike one. Count is 1-1. Nancy, kidding about what, sis? Sasaki sets and fires, and the splitter is up and away. Count is 2-1. Sasaki sets and fires, and the pitch is outside. Count is now 3-1 on Lucas. Sasaki sets and fires, and the fastball paints the top of the strike zone. For call, strike two. Count is now full. And Sasaki sets. Payoff pitch is hammered to center field, but it is not going to have the distance. Edmund is tracking it and is going to make the play for the second out, or the first out of the bottom of the eighth. Coming up to bat is Vladimir Guerrero Jr., 1 for 3 on the night with a double and a strikeout. Could Guerrero take a big swing and tie this one up? And the pitch is a splitter in there for call. Strike one. Count is 0-1. Sasaki sets and fires, and this splitter is low and inside. Count is evened at 1-1. Sasaki sets and fires, and Vladdy swings over the top of a nasty splitter. Count is 1-2. And Sasaki sets and fires, and this splitter is taken down low. It looked like it painted the bottom of the strike zone, but the count is even at 2-2. And the pitch is on the way, and Vlad swings and spoils the pitch. Count is going to remain 2-2. The fans in the stands are up on their feet calling Vladdy. Saki sets and fires, and the pitch is up and inside. That is ball three. He almost clipped Guerrero. Sasaki sets and fires, and the fastball is up and out of the strike zone for ball four. As Guerrero strips his gear off and heads to first, the go-ahead run is coming up in the form of Bo Bichette. Pryor is trying to calm his pitcher down. He does not seem to have control of the strike zone at this point. And Bichette is the best hitter in baseball with runners in scoring position this season. So will Bo be able to come through and at least plate one run? And Sasaki sets. And the pitch is on the way, and the splitter is in the dirt. Good block by Will Smith to keep the ball in front of him. Hey, Anna Marie, appreciate you hopping in the stream. If you haven't, please hit the like button, share the channel out. And if you're not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, consider subscribing to One and the Same. And the pitch is on the way, and Bichette swings and misses. Count is 1-1. Sasaki sets and fires, and this pitch is a high pop fly. Betts is ranging over, and he is going to make the play in foul territory for out number 2. Is Sasaki going to be able to dodge a bullet in this inning? Varsho is 0 for 3 on the night with a strikeout. He has a pop out and a ground into double play. Sasaki sets and fires, and the pitch is a splitter, swung on and missed. Count is 0-1. And Sasaki sets, and he fires, and the fastball is way off the plate. Count is evened at 1-1. Sasaki sets and fires, and the splitter is in the dirt. Count is now 2-1. And Sasaki sets. Pitch is on the way, and it is grounded to Rojas. He fields it cleanly and flips it over to Freeman to record the third out, and that is going to do it for the Blue Jays in the bottom of the 8th. So if the Blue Jays are going to win this one, they're going to do it in the same fashion as 93 in the final at-bats of the game. For those of you who have hopped into the stream, if you haven't, please hit the like button, share the channel out, and if you're not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing. We are at 19 likes, looking for one more. So if you haven't, please hit that like button and share the channel out. Looks like coming into the game is going to be Chris Bassett. And he will be facing Muncy, Kiki Hernandez, and Tommy Edman. And it looks like we just got our 20th like, so thank you, most appreciated. Can the Dodgers hold on and force a game 7? as far as programming notes go, if there is a Game 7, I will be calling it here starting at 7:55 tomorrow evening. So if the game is possible or is going to be made, hop in, listen to a little bit of baseball, say hey, hit a like button, and share the channel out. I want to appreciate all of y'all for being here on this Halloween Friday night. Appreciate the support. So how do y'all feel? Game 7 or no? And Bassett sets and he fires in the first pitch is a sinker called strike one. Count is 0-1. And Bassett sets and he fires and the pitch is waved at by Muncy. Count is 0-2. Bassett sets and fires, and the pitch is fouled off. Count remains 0-2. And the pitch is on the way, and the sinker is just low. Count is 1-2. And the pitch is on the way. It is swung on and missed for strike three. So the Dodgers are going to have Kike Hernandez coming up to bat. And the first pitch is a curveball off the plate. Count is 1-0. Bassett sets and fires, and this pitch is fouled straight back. Count is evened out 1-1. And the pitch is on the way, and it is swung on and missed. Count is 1-2. Hernandez is 0 for 3 on the night with a pair of strikeouts. So is he going to get the hat trick? Bassett sets and fires, and the pitch is swung on and missed for strike three. And that is back-to-back Ks for Bassett. And Kiki gets the hat trick with his third strikeout of the night. Coming up to bat is Tommy Edman. And the first pitch is lined into left field line and is going to make it into the stands. Count is 0-1. And Bassett sets and fires, and the pitch is foul down the first base line. Count is 0-2. And Bassett sets and fires, and the fastball is up and away. Count is 1-2. And Bassett sets, fires, and the ball is lined up the middle. Jimenez is going to field the ball cleanly and shoot it to Guerrero Jr. at first to record the third out of the inning. And that is going to do it for the Dodgers in the top of the ninth. Coming up in the bottom of the ninth is going to be Alejandro Kirk, Addison Barger, and Cody Clement. Do they have what it takes to bring the score even or go ahead and walk it off? Or are the Dodgers going to be able to hold fast? For those of you who are in the stream, if you haven't, please hit the like button, share the channel out, and if you're not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing. Apparently, we had 20 likes, but somebody unliked it, and we are back down to 19. If you could help us reach our goal, that would be most appreciated. And it looks like Justin Dean is coming in as a defensive replacement for Tommy Edman. Coming up to bat is Alejandro Kirk. And it looks like Sasaki is going to stay on the mound. And Sasaki sets. And he fires, and the first pitch is in there for call. Strike one. 99-mile-an-hour fastball. Count is 0-1. And Sasaki sets and fires, and the pitch is fouled off. Count is 0-2. Looks like Tyler Glasnow is warming up in the bullpen. And the pitch is going to plunk Kirk. And Kirk is in pain, and they are out looking at him. We're in an injury delay. Coming up to bat is Addison Barger. 1 for 3 on the night with a double, a strikeout, and a run scored. And it looks like Miles Straw is coming out to pinch run for Kirk. So Bam Bam Barger is up to bat. Can he tie this game up? And the first pitch is swung on and fouled off. Barger took a hell of a swing. Count is 0-1. And Sasaki sets and fires, and the splitter is off the plate. Count is 1-1. And the pitch is on the way, and it is driven down the left field line. It is drifting. And Muncy and Hernandez are closing, and this one is just going to get into the stands. Count is 1-2. And Sasaki sets and fires, and the splitter is off the plate. Count is evened at 2-2. And Sasaki sets. The pitch is hammered to left center field. This one is going to be off the wall. It is stuck. And it is a dead ball. Barger has scored, but he is going to end up going back to third. So that'll be runners at second and third with nobody out. That was fortunate for the Dodgers that got pinned on the wall. So the tying run is now in scoring position. The winning run is up to bat in the form of Cody Clement. And they did review it, and they confirmed that the ball was pinned. And it was a dead ball. That means play stops immediately as soon as it's pinned. So the runners are not able to advance. And Dave Roberts.
Hit the road, Jack. Don't you come back no more, no
Tyler
more,
Glasnow
no more,
coming in
no
to
more.
replace Sasaki. And one more time.
Hit the road, Jack. Don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more.
And once again, the Dodgers bullpen has proven problematic. And the reason that the Blue Jays have been able to stay in this series. For those of you that are here, if you haven't, please hit the like button, share the channel out, and if you're not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing. Our likes are at 19, and we're looking at meeting our goal at 20. Anything that you can do to help us out would be most appreciated. Immediately following this game, head over to NY Yankee Mania with Joe to listen to a post-game review. And if the score holds and a game 7 is required tomorrow, I will be back on at 7:55 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to call the championship game. So the question is, can the Dodgers hold? Can they stay out of this jam or get out of this jam and force a game 7? What do you think? And Glasgow sets, and the first pitch is popped up to Freeman, and that is going to be the first out of the inning. Coming up to bat is Andres Hebedez, 0 for 3 on the night with a strikeout. And Glass now sets. And the pitch is on the way, and the curveball is up and out of the strike zone. Count is 1-0. And Glass now sets, and the ball is driven into left field. Hernandez is going to make the K. He fires to second, and they record the double play. And that is going to be the game. The Dodgers have now ended the game with a double play. They have forced a game 7, so hence we will be back tomorrow evening at 7:55. Congratulations to the Dodgers for being able to pull this one out. Hey, Wendy, how you doing? And replay is showing that Hernandez or Rojas, the ball is cleanly picked. And baseball is going to be in November. So the umpires have reviewed it, and the call on the field has been confirmed. It is a double play, and the game is over with. The line is going to be 3 runs on 4 hits and an error for the Dodgers. Toronto has 1 run on 8 hits and no errors. Yamamoto is going to have the win. Gausman is going to take the loss. And Glasnow is going to take the save. I cannot answer whether the Dodgers are recharged or not. I think they got lucky. However, I want to thank everybody for spending time here on Yankees The Ugly Truth for this play-by-play. And before I shut her down, if you could, please hit the like button, share the channel out. And if you're not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing. Head on over to NY Yankee Mania with Joe for a post-game review of this do-or-die game. Thank you, everyone, for stopping in and listening to a little baseball. I look forward to calling the last game of the season tomorrow night, so hop in and listen to a little baseball. And I will end in my traditional fashion with "Let's go Yankees," and we'll see you in the funny papers. Have a great Halloween night, and thank you.